Today is the 23rd of March 2026 and 2026, right? 2026 and I am starving, absolutely famished, and also I am a little pissed off. I'm a little pissed off because I was thinking about something that I've been thinking about for a long time, but I never said anything about it. But I feel like every single artist feels this, which is our relationship with money. Why are artists the ones who are broke, man? It absolutely makes no sense. Why are artists the ones without any money? So, I thought I'm going to tackle this issue and tell you whatever is coming into my mind while making some palak paneer. So, I have my paneer and my onions here. We have some palak boiling in there, and we have some tomatoes which are going to be pureed in here. And जैसे जैसे पालक पनीर बन रहा है वैसे वैसे मेरे थॉट्स भी बनते जाएंगे और मेरी भूख भी मिटती जाएगी और बातें भी होती रहेंगी. So this is going to be on. Why is money such a touchy topic? Forget artists. Money is a touchy topic for everyone. So first of all, let's get comfortable talking about money. Money, 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 dhan, Lakshmi. Let's get comfortable talking about money first of all. I know I said in my previous videos that it's the art that's more important than the artist. It's the story that deserves to be told which is more important than the person who is telling the story. But boss, I think artists take themselves too much for granted, so much so that they really start undervaluing themselves. अगर वेद व्यास नहीं होते तो कैसे महाभारत लिखी जाती? अगर जेके रॉलिंग नहीं होती तो हैरी पॉटर बन पाती? Would we have that lore in life? Money is a big enabler. It's a big resource. When you have all of the comforts and all of the privileges, only then can you self-actualize, no? If you're right here in the Maslow's pyramid, how will you reach here? How are you going to reach there? So we undermine what we bring to the table. We don't understand that we are the beginning and the end. If there is no writer, what story is going to be told? If there is no artist, what kind of a shitty place is this going to be to live? And yet artists only are broke. Makes no sense. I think it's because artists दिल के बहुत अच्छे लोग हैं and इतने simple लोग हैं कि they are taken for a ride again and again and again and again. If we constantly depend on other people to remunerate us for our art, we are no different than corporate employees. Absolutely no different. You're making a painting, selling it for some money. You're a graphic designer, somebody has commissioned you, so you're doing something for it. Negotiating your rates, fighting for your salaries. You're an artist. Without you, it's a black and white world. And you're here sitting and being like, you know what, it's my first project, so I'll just do it, pro bono, like it's okay. It just needs to come out, the thing just needs to really. If that's the case, you produce it yourself, you hold all the rights to it, or else find a worthy patron who is worthy of commissioning what you're doing. This makes absolutely no sense. Gosh, I'm a little too angry. So I'm just gonna blend the tomatoes now. Whenever somebody tells you, sorry, we can't pay you for your art, tell them I read about this concept called the A Corp, Artist Corp. So what this means is, it's like a cooperative. It's like a cooperative where different artists come together to create a singular piece of art, or to create a singular product, as you may call it, and everybody is an equal shareholder and a stakeholder in that thing. This can be funded, just like how companies raise funding for, like they raise seed funding and they raise XYZ whatever funding. Artists can do this too, with this very novel concept called the A Corp. This is an idea which is currently brewing. It's by this one creator, I forgot his name, but I saw a TED talk on it and then I read his entire paper on it. And I'm like, why hasn't anybody thought of this before? Imagine 5 different, say, writers are coming together to create a poetry book. And in that poetry book, it's like an anthology, right? It's like an anthology film. All of them have a stake in it. All of them have their artistic addition to it. And when it gets published, they split the profits through a structured revenue system. Now, these kind of things are already happening in the world of Web3. Web3 is basically this. This is basically Web3. Blockchain, smart contracts, artistic ownership, in such a way that art is tokenized and exists within the identity, tied to the identity of the creator forever. No one can copy that shit, nobody can take that. It's yours forever. And the value of it only compounds with time. Just like all of the best and greatest pieces of art. Just like all of our great epics. I've seen way too many artists and writers in Mumbai sitting in their small little matchbox sized homes crying about the fact that how budgets suck. Yet working relentlessly, day and night, pouring their entire heart into creating works of art that are beautiful and are very original, very novel ideas, and are amazing. Sadly, they're so novel that nobody is willing to risk to actually pay for it. That's why हम अटके हुए यहाँ पे telling the same घिसे पिटे stories, paying the same घिसे पिटे people to write the recycled same story again and again and again. While creators from the most diverse backgrounds, with the most interesting stories to tell, with different perspectives and unique lenses, being told to just sit on the sidelines and do commissioned work because they are too bold. Their ideas are too bold. और आम जनता इनको ले नहीं पाएगी. तो ना आप ये घिसा पिटा जेनेरिक सा चीज़ ना 50वीं बार फिर से लिख दो, लेकिन आपके अंदाज में, क्योंकि आपका अंदाज बड़ा है, बड़ा सही है. My career as an actress and as a filmmaker, I've found myself in rooms where I've had the privilege to sit with the biggest storytellers, platforms, and also the next generation of up and coming storytellers. बट क्या है ना, हमको सिर्फ यही लेबल करके रख देते हैं, अप एंड कमिंग स्टोरी टेलर्स, वॉइस ऑफ द फ्यूचर, they're going to change the landscape. They're going to change the landscape. But if we actually change the landscape, that's exactly what's going to happen. The landscape is going to change. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that? Because it's necessary for the landscape to change if we want to see some good happening out of our stories. कहानियाँ सिर्फ एंटरटेनमेंट के लिए नहीं बनती हैं, कहानियाँ सोसाइटी को शेप करती हैं. Of course, stories are inspired by what is there in society, but I believe more that society is shaped by what stories are told. Look at the era of Kejo and Aditya Kapoor, right? Aditya Chopra, I'm sorry, Aditya Kapoor it seems. Because they made movies like that, an entire culture and an entire generation followed. It's because of people like that and stories like that, which had such a rooted approach but a global outlook, that Bollywood was able to put India on the map. It's only because they didn't need anybody's permission to go and do it. But mind you, they had money. They had something. But how do we get money to make our stuff when nobody is ready to pay us only what we deserve? What's the way? The way is, don't rely on them to pay you. There's a line from Hanuman Kind's song. I put money down, on all of us. I put money down. Get your money up. Only when you put your money down and bet on yourself, bet on your people, bet on your story, only then does your money go up. वाह, मुझे लगा मैं बहुत सारी ऐसी स्ट्रक्चर्ड बातें करूँगी तुमसे, लेकिन what is coming out is just a mixture of everything. Okay, progress on the palak paneer. In a pan with oil, we have jeera and onion. We have tomato puree, all right, and now I'm going to be squeezing out the water from the spinach, and then we're going to blend it. I love making palak paneer, it's so much fun. It's healthy, it's easy, and it's so delicious. And did I say healthy? I think I did. I used to hate the green stuff when I was a kid, but now I love it too much. You know, I think more artists would start knowing their true worth and actually valuing themselves more if they started taking care of themselves more. I said it in a previous video also. What happens when an entire generation of artists is sad, unhealthy, sitting in self-doubt? ये generation of artists अपने rights के लिए fight करेगा? ये generation of artists अपनी छाती के साथ बोल पाएगा that this is what I deserve, this is what I need? ये generation of artists will be able to put money down on all of us for their stories? I don't think so. Art and spirituality are very closely related. Art is spirituality. Artists create from their spirit, they create from their soul. And if your soul sounds like this, if it sounds like this, तो बेटा तुम्हारी चटनी बनने वाली है, इतना समझ लो तुम. As an artist, it's your duty to take care of yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul. It's your duty to guard your time and your energy like a hawk. And if you don't do that, obviously you're never going to value yourself. And obviously if you don't value yourself, nobody is going to value you. I'm tired of seeing the most talented artists sitting in a room full of their friends, smoking and eating unhealthy food and just showing their work to each other just to get critiqued by each other. उस सेम 5 लोगों से तुम सेम चीज़ें पूछ रहे हो जो तुमको सेम चीज़ बोल रहे हैं. उससे निकलो बॉस, उससे निकलो. If you have the most unique idea, you're going to get the most amount of naysayers. Understand that. All that matters is if you believe in your idea. And if you believe in the story that you're trying to tell. You know what's the irony? It's not like artists are going to use the money that they get for showing off. No. The best kind of artists who create art for a better, bigger purpose, उनके लिए पैसा सिर्फ रिसोर्स है और आर्ट बनाने का और अच्छी चीजें करने का. ये क्या आयरनी है? Okay, I've added some ginger garlic paste to our onion and jeera mix. और अब मैं इसके अंदर डाल रही हूँ this lovely spinach paste. Amazing. Wow. Oh shit, I was supposed to add the spice powders first. Wait. So I'm putting a little bit of chili powder. This is our quintessential घर का multiple spice डब्बा. थोड़ा सा हल्दी is there. Little jeera powder I'm putting. And lots of dhania powder. So easy. This is the easiest thing you can cook for yourself. Yum. Wow. It already smells amazing. You know, I feel like artists, we are also very okay with the tools we have. है ना? We are, you have that one favorite pencil and one favorite tool in your toolbox. You know? So attached to that. Of course, there's energy in that. Of course, you'll be attached to that. But we are also in a way stuck in our ways. I am not a person who is going to tell an artist to change their ways in terms of how they make their art. Okay, that's your process, that's your thing. But you must change your way of being. No? Only then your art will be enhanced. You need to be your own manager, you need to be your own accountant. You need to start treating money with respect and not just as a thing that's going to feed you this weekend. Easier said than done, I know. Easier said than done. I've been that person for a long time. I've been that person who said, you know what, just take it, just make my story. We'll figure out the money and all later. वो तो चाहिए ही नहीं. Okay, so I put the tomato puree in the palak, in the spinach, and it looks so nice. I'm going to mix it up now. real art as much as individualistic it is also something that belongs to the people. To the people. Look at Varli art. Look at Tanjo paintings. Look at rap. Even modern art. Art is most potent when it speaks of something way larger than the individual. It speaks of the individual in connection with an entire consciousness. It's only through stories and only through art that we can communicate and express. It's the most powerful thing. It's the most precious gift. And you are begging for money? And you are being miserly about spending it on yourself? Nonsense. How is Lakshmi gonna come to you? She's gonna be like, bro. Lakshmi is literally gonna be like, she's gonna be like, okay, not my scene. I'm just gonna, okay, bye. Yeah, that's literally what's happening. Clean that shit up. Clean it up. Outside, inside, in here. Clean it. Respect it. Walk away from small wins. Don't settle. And put money down on yourself. When you do that, your art is amplified. And when it's amplified, more people get to experience it. It reaches more people. Then you'll find your patrons. Then you'll find your people. Do your research. Go see what's happening in the world. What's happening in Web3 for artists? What are the concept of NFTs? अपनी छोटी सी दुनिया से पहले बाहर निकलो और जाके देखो क्या चल रहा है. There is no glory in being a struggling artist. There's no glory. You know what? And even if you don't have the means to go on, you need to be magnetic. You need to be abundant. It's okay. Even if you're not able to pay your rent this month, you're not able to get XYZ, whatever. You need to come off as somebody who attracts this. You be happy. You be healthy. You be clean. You be beautiful. And everything good will follow. Have a clean heart. Start there. Start there. If your art is beautiful, make sure you as a person are beautiful in every way. Make sure your surroundings and your body and your mind is beautiful. Start there. Start there. And end here. This palak paneer looks amazing. इसको मैं खाऊंगी must with some roti or rice actually. And I'm gonna squeeze some nice lemon on top. It's amazing with some nimbu. Okay, bye.